for the CCNA, we should know about dynamic mode and static mode and how different modes, when they are put together, produce different outcomes. So, for example, when we have an access port and an access port, two access ports, that forms static access, or access, simply you can call it an access port. It's a member of a VLAN. It's typically connected to an edge device, such as a server or an endpoint. But so that is part of a VLAN. But a trunk port, like here, that's not part of a VLAN. It's not part of any VLAN, and the trunk port, it's typically connected to a non-edge device. So access and access makes an access port. Dynamic auto with access means also an access port. Dynamic desirable and access also means access port. But a trunk and an access, that is misconfiguration. Access and dynamic auto, access, dynamic and auto, and dynamic and auto. That's also access, because auto and auto are like two ports which are shy, so to speak. It's like having two shy, like a shy girl and a shy boy, and they don't talk to each other. Well, there's nothing gonna happen from there, even if they really like each other, because they're both shy and they can't. No one's gonna take that first step. So dynamic desirable and dynamic auto, that is like one. This is like a shy port, and that port is more outgoing, and so that will produce a trunk. So finally, we have our first trunk now on the table. So that is dynamic desirable and dynamic auto. Trunk and auto will also produce a trunk. So if you have a trunk, and you have a port which is dynamic auto, that will also form a trunk. Now, dynamic desirable and access, again, this is a shy port. Sorry, that's not a shy port. That is an outgoing port, but with access, that's not going to produce a trunk. Okay, so that won't work there. But dynamic desirable and dynamic auto, yes, we have a trunk. Dynamic desirable and dynamic desirable, perfect. We have a trunk as well. Dynamic desirable and trunk, again, we'll also have a trunk there. A trunk and access, again, like here, is the same situation. It's a misconfiguration. Dynamic auto and trunk will produce a trunk. Okay, so trunk and auto, that will produce a trunk. Dynamic desirable and trunk, that also produces a trunk. Okay, and a trunk makes a trunk. So that is the different situations that we can have with two switches, depending on the administrative modes that they are in. So it's very important that we know this for the CCNA exam. Thank you for watching.